What if I told you saving is a good habit, but it's not enough to make you rich? A lot of people work hard, cut expenses, put money aside every month. Yes, too, they don't become financially free. Why? Because saving only protects money, does not grow money. Wealth comes from putting money to work through income growth and smart financial decisions. Now, before you misunderstand me, I'm not saying saving is useless. Saving is important. It gives you safety, peace of mind, and emergency protection. But if saving is your only strategy for the rest of your life, you may stay financially stuck while prices rise, emergencies happen, and your income hits a ceiling. In this video, I will show you why saving is not enough, why inflation quietly destroys the value of idle money, and what you should do instead if you actually want to build wealth. A lot of people were taught one simple formula: earn money, spend less, save the rest, and one day you'll be rich. On the surface, it seems responsible, but in reality, it is incomplete. Why? Because savings is limited by income. If you earn a certain amount of money, you can only save so much. You can be disciplined, alright, but discipline does not break the ceiling of your earning power. So if your income is low, your savings is definitely going to be low, unless you increase what you earn or you grow what you already have. This is why some people become financially comfortable but not wealthy. They may have a savings account but they do not own assets, investment, or income producing system. They are preserving money, not multiplying it. Saving feels good because they are simple. You can see the balance, you can feel the money in your mind. It feels responsible if you control. That emotional comfort is exactly why many people stop there. But there is a difference between feeling safe and actually building wealth. Savings account designed for the stability, no growth. It helps you handle emergencies, pay short-term expenses, avoid debt. That makes it useful but not powerful enough to create financial freedom on its own. Think of saving as a parking lot. It is a good place to park the car, but it's not where the car goes to get stronger, faster, or more valuable. If your money is only parked, it is not working for you. One of the biggest reasons savings alone cannot make you rich is inflation. Over time, the cost of food, transport, school fees, and everyday living goes up. This means the money you save today may buy less in the future. Even if your account balance looks stable, your purchasing power may shrink. You may have the same amount of cash, but you can do less work than you used to. That's why wealthy people do not keep all their money sitting still. This does not mean you should stop saving. It means you should understand what savings are for. Savings are for protection, whilst investments are for growth. If you confuse the both of them, you may work for years and still fall behind in real terms. Another problem is that life is unpredictable. One illness, one job loss, one major repair, and a carefully built savings may disappear very fast. This is why savings alone are fragile. Many people think they are financially secure because they have cash in the bank. But if all their money are in one place and they don't have any assets, no side business, no growth plan, they are still vulnerable. One crisis can reset years of effort. This is why the wealthy often diversifies. They keep emergency cash alright, but they have assets, income streams, and opportunities that continue to grow even when life gets difficult. There is a hidden limit to savings, your salary. If all you do is save from a paycheck, you are tied to the amount of money that comes in every month. That means your wealth building is restricted by your job income. This is one reason people with the same salary end up in very different positions. One person only saves, the other saves, invests, improves their skills, or even build a second income stream. Over time, the second person usually moves faster. The point is simple: savings is a habit, but wealth requires expansion. If your income never grows, your savings will struggle to grow meaningfully too. Wealthy people do save, but they don't stop there. They use money as a tool. They think about return, risks, growth, and ownership. They put money into assets that can appreciate and generate income or increase their earning power. They also invest in education, skills, on systems that can make them more valuable in the market. In other words, they don't just protect money, they try to multiply it. That is the key difference. Poor and middle income people ask, how can I keep this money? But wealth builders ask, how can I make this money grow? Here's a simple way to think about money. Short-term money are cash for emergencies, bills, and short-term goals, while medium-term money are money for business setups, education, etc. While long-term money are money for investing and building what assets. When you separate money by purpose, you stop expecting savings to do every job. This is where many people go wrong. They put all their money in one basket and expect it to solve every problem. A better plan is to use saving as your base, then move extra money towards growth. That may include building a business, side business, improving your skills, buying assets. The goal is not just to store money. The goal is to build systems that grow money. Let's make it real. Imagine two people earning the same income. Person A saves money every month, he never invests, never starts anything, never increase his or her earning power. After 10 years, he or she may have a decent emergency fund, but her money or his money has mostly sat still. Person B also saves, but they invest part of their money, learn a high income skills, or build a second income stream. After 10 years, person B is far more likely to have assets, high income, and more options. That's why many people feel busy, but they are financially stuck. They are doing the first part correctly, but they never move into the world building phase. If you want to build wealth, use this simple framework: save for safety, invest for growth, build for ownership, learn for high income, and repeat consistently. This is the real formula. Saving is so important, but it should not be your final destination. It is your starting point. And also, do not wait until you have lots of money before you begin. Wealth often starts with habits, not huge sums of money. A small amount of money invested consistently can outperform large sum of money that never moves. The biggest mistake most people make is thinking wealth comes from holding money, but in reality, wealth comes from using money well. Saving helps you survive, investing helps you grow, skills helps you earn more, while ownership helps you scale. So yes, save money, but do not worship savings as your whole plan. If you want to become rich, your money needs a job. It must either work, grow, or create more income. This video helps you to rethink money. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already to become part of the Lost family. And remember, the goal is not to hold money or keep money. The goal is to build wealth that lasts. Peace out.